I'm so excited. My writing team is in the audience today, including my comedy writer, Luke. So let's give a big hand for introduce yourselves.
Screaming Eagles from Pac-27 in San
That's right.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our show. Let's get started right away as we meet two terrific teams. Over here, we have the Carlmont Scots. And they are taking on the Crystal Springs Upland Griffins. Welcome, carefully color-coordinated teammates. And let's get started with the toss-up round and your first toss-up question. Good luck. Prior to about 10,000 years ago, human societies relied on foraging and killing wild animals for food. What's the hyphenated term, Elliot?
Hunter-gatherer.
That is right. For 25 points, hunting and gathering were replaced by agriculture during which revolution of the New Stone Age?
Neolithic.
That is correct. For 50 points, hunting and gathering results in what kind of society that barely makes enough food to feed itself?
Subsistent.
You got 50 points. Here's your next toss-up question. This company's name was inspired by the multitude of countries that have controlled Texas, whose 13 parks include Vallejo's Discovery Kingdom. Andrew.
Six Flags.
That is correct. For 25 points, Animal Kingdom and Epcot are attractions at which Orlando theme park?
Disney World.
That is right. And for 50 points, Carlsbad, California is home to what theme park based on a Danish toy brand?
Legoland.
You got 50 points again. Your next toss-up. The confluence of the Allegheny and Monongahela rivers form the Ohio River in which western Pennsylvania city? Andrew.
Pittsburgh.
I'm glad you said I wish you said it earlier. For 25 points, which capital of Manitoba is at the confluence of the Red and Assiniboine rivers?
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg is right. For 50 points. Fort Defiance was built at which southern Illinois city where the Ohio and Mississippi rivers meet?
Chicago.
Cairo. Next toss-up. He oversaw the occupation of Japan after the war. Andrew?
MacArthur.
That is right. For 25 points. Nicknamed Old Blood and Guts, which commander of the Third Army took part in the invasion of Sicily and the Battle of the Bulge?
Patton.
That is right. And for 50 points, which admiral of the Third Fleet was given command of the South Pacific area prior to Guadalcanal and won at the Battle of Leyte Gulf?
Nimitz.
Halsey.
Halsey is right for 50 points. Let's let Crystal Springs rest for a moment, and we'll turn to the Carlmont Scots. Sean Luna, welcome. You are part of the Friends of Millard Fillmore group that does a kind of a scavenger hunt every year, right?
Like this year we won for the second time in 40 years.
Fantastic. Now you have to hunt for interesting pieces of information. What was the most interesting thing you had to find?
Like the most strange thing we had to find was a poem about a hedgehog. It talked about the creators of the world having a laugh as they created the hedgehog.
Good. Sandeep Srinivas, you're a senior and part of a string quartet.
So we played. Our school does this chamber music night every year where groups and soloists get to play on our stage. So we played a quartet by Mendelssohn and it went really well.
Great. Good for you. Josh Fago, you're a senior and part of the Carlmont Drumline, who also just recently performed.
Yes, we did. We have a heritage fair to celebrate different heritages at Carlmont. It's assembly every year, and we put out an Olympic theme. We had the whole snowflake knot opening. It was
you did dream.
Yes, I did. I wanted to make a Jacob's ladder, which is the classic evil mad scientist, apparatus. You have pieces of wire like this. Spark jumps up.
Think Frankenstein, right? And did you succeed?
Yes, I did.
Good. You're alive. All right. Andrew McMillan, you're a senior and you got into an early admittance school. Why don't you announce it to the world?
I got into Tufts University, early decision.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you going to study?
International relations and Arabic, hopefully.
Fantastic. Good luck to you. Henry Rule, you're a junior and you're teaching yourself Russian.
Yes, indeed.
Because you like the sound of the language.
Yeah.
What are you doing to teach yourself this?
Oh, well, I'm studying Rosetta Stone. I've got a bunch of grammar books.
Let's get back into the game and our next toss-up question.
Knows the end.
Napoleon's invasion brought a final end to a medieval empire in 1806. Yes, Henry.
The Holy Roman Empire.
That is right. For 25 points, which red-bearded Holy Roman Emperor drowned in the Salif River during the Third Crusade?
Frederick I Barbarossa.
That is correct. And for 50 points, Frederick Barbarossa's cousin, Henry the Lion, rebuilt the city of Lubeck, which was later part of which league of Baltic trading cities?
The Hanseatic League.
You got 50 points. Here's your next toss-up. It merged with a rival under the leadership of George Meany in 1955, which was the labor union founded by Samuel Gompers that merged with the, yes, Sean?
Like International Workers Union.
No, I'm sorry. It merged with the CIO. You can just tell me.
American Federation of Labor.
You got it. For 25 points, the CIO began as a committee on the AFL, chaired by which leader of the United Mine Workers?
Oh no. Terrence Powderly.
John L. Lewis. Here's your next toss-up. Benjamin Walker plays a character with a secret identity in a 2012 film. In what movie are blood-sucking creatures exterminated by a U.S. president? Andrew.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
That is right. How tragically sad that you know the name of that movie. All right, for 25 points, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter was produced by which director of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Director.
Your answer?
Joss Whedon.
No, Tim Burton.
that Charlie.
Oh, that Charlie. It's not the other one.
Yeah.
That one, yes. Next toss-up. Its capital city is named for a U.S. president. Founded, yes, Andrew.
Liberia.
Yes. For 25 points, Africa's most... Oh, you want more? Africa's most populous country is which one that moved its capital from Lagos to Abuja in 1991?
Nigeria.
Correct. And for 50 points, the former French colony of Dahomey, located between Nigeria and Togo, is now known by what name?
Former French colony.
Cote d'Ivoire.
No, it's the Republic of Benin.
Oops.
Next toss-up. They separate China from India. What mountain range that contains... Yes, Andrew.
The Himalayas.
Right. For 25 points, which river rises in Yunnan province before flowing through Burma, Laos, Thailand, and Vietnam?
Yeah, the Mekong.
Right. And for 50 points, which region of northwest China with capital Urumqi is home to the Uyghurs?
Xinjiang.
That is right for 50 points. Carlmont. Let's do it. Next toss-up question. So long as they have mass, every pair of particles feels an attractive force. What do we call that, Elliot?
Gravity.
Right. For 25 points, first published in 1916, what is considered the current theory of gravity in modern physics?
Go for broke.
Theory of relativity.
I need a more
The
specific...
theory of general relativity.
Yes. For 50 points, Einstein, who created that, applied general relativity to explain anomalies in the apparent orbit of which planet?
Venus.
Mercury. That is the end of the round. 3:45 for Crystal Springs. Carlmont has yet to score. We'll be right back to see if they can do it. Don't go away. We are back, and this is the part of the show where we give a big round of thanks to the coaches. Unfortunately, the Carlmont coach could not be here. She's an old friend, Dr. Patricia Braunstein, and from Crystal Springs, Kelly Sortino. Let's give them a hand. All right, you guys, Carlmont, you've hit a record. We are going to raise the value of our points. You have a chance to catch up and overtake Crystal Springs. There are 3 categories, 7 questions each. The point value is 70 points. All you have to do is pick a category, which today consists of dreams, famous buildings, and the U.S. Senate. What category would you like?
We're going to take the U.S. Senate.
The U.S. Senate. Okay, get 5 correct answers and you will overtake Crystal Springs. Give the following information about the U.S. Senate. What is the number of voting members?
100. Do you think it'll be 101? Yeah.
Your answer.
101.
No, it's 100. 50 states, 2 voting members, that's all. The number of years in a senator's term?
6.
6. The adjective indicating a state's longer-serving senator?
Senior?
That is right. The long speech used to delay a vote on a bill?
Filibuster?
Correct. The building where the Senate meets?
The Capitol building?
Yes, the Capitol, right. The office whose holder is the president of the Senate?
It's VP, right? Yeah, so the vice president?
That is right. You have now overtaken Crystal Springs. Let's give it some gravy. This is the amendment allowing the Senate to elect the vice president.
Oh, it's direct. I think it's 17. 17th?
It's the 12th. You have 5 points over Crystal Springs. You guys need one correct answer to win the game. Dreams or famous buildings?
We're going to go with buildings.
Buildings, all right. Which city contains these notable buildings? And of course, it would be one that I cannot understand to say at all. The Rijksmuseum and the Van Gogh Museum.
Berlin.
No, it's Amsterdam. The Elizabeth Tower, which is the clock tower containing the bell Big Ben.
London.
You win the game. Congratulations, Crystal Springs. Thank you so much, Carl Mont. We'll be right back with 2 more teams. Don't go away.
Quiz Kids. The West Coast.
We are back, and our next matchup sounds like a weird sequel to the movie 300, if you can imagine someone doing something weird like that. Let's say hello to the Menlo School Knights. And they are taking on the Mountain View High School Spartans. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome. It's time for the toss-up round, and here's your first toss-up question. On New Year's Day, 1959, Fulgencio Batista fled from a Caribbean island nation. Yes, Hidehiro.
Cuba?
Correct. For 25 points, Cuban exiles backed by the CIA tried to overthrow Castro in which disastrous 1961 invasion?
Bay of Pigs.
Yes, and for 50 points, the Bay of Pigs invasion left the Cuban Revolution stronger than ever, according to which Argentine-born author of the Motorcycle Diaries?
Probably Che Guevara.
Che Guevara.
Che Guevara.
You got 50 points. Che Guevara. Here's your next toss-up. It flows through 4 national capitals after originating at the confluence of the Brigach and Breg rivers. Which river flows southeast through Europe for nearly 1,800 miles? Hidehiro.
The Danube.
Correct. For 25 points, the 1849 Chain Bridge spans the Danube in which capital of Hungary?
Budapest.
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 My grandfather's hometown. And for 50 points, a revolving restaurant caps the so-called UFO bridge that crosses the Danube in which capital of Slovakia?
Ljubljana. Yeah. Ljubljana.
Bratislava. Here's your next toss-up. It represents a set of laboratory conditions at which certain properties are often measured. What are these conditions, often abbreviated STP? Hidehiro.
Standard temperature and pressure.
Right, for 25 points. The National Institute of Standards and Technology says STP is 1 atmosphere of pressure and which Celsius temperature equal to 68 degrees Fahrenheit?
Room temp. 20 degrees. Yeah. 20 degrees Celsius.
That is correct. For 50 points, the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry suggests a pressure of 100 kilopascals and what lower temperature?
0 degrees Celsius. Yes. 0 degrees Celsius.
That is right. Hidehiro, 50 points. Here's your next toss-up. Kentucky farmer Arthur Shelby sold the title character of an 1852 novel, Down the River. Who was that character created by Harriet Beecher? Yes, Hidehiro.
Uncle Tom.
Right. For 25 points, Tom is eventually brought by which vicious Louisiana slave owner?
Simon Legree. Simon Legree.
Right, for 50 points, Tom is previously owned by which man who was killed before fulfilling his promise to free him?
Augustine St. Clair. St. Clair.
That is right for 50 points, yes. While Hidehiro takes a break, we'll introduce all the other players in the game. Let's go to the Menlo Knights and Sean Morgenthaler. Sean, you're a senior, and you took part in you used to practice a martial art that you took a break from, and now have come back to. What is that martial art?
I practice Hapkido.
Yes, and what do you derive from that?
It breeds a strong sense of discipline, focus, and excellence in ground grappling and joint locks.
Fantastic. Good for you. Hidehiro, are you rested?
Yes.
Good. You went to a college-level quiz tournament yesterday?
Yes.
Yesterday, over in Berkeley, and how'd you do?
Our team placed 4th out of 8 teams.
Including college teams, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Rory Pluman, you're a sophomore and a golfer.
Yes.
I only know how to ask, what is your handicap?
9.
Is that good?
Relatively.
Relatively good. What are you aiming for?
I'm aiming to be about a 5 or 6 by the time I
Okay,
graduate.
you got a goal to set to.
Yes.
Good for you, Rory. Let's say hi to the Mountain View Spartans and Kevin Chan. You are also a sophomore, and 2 weeks ago, you went through a rite of passage that no one likes to go through. You had your wisdom teeth pulled.
Yes, I did.
How'd that go for you?
It wasn't as painful as I thought, but the recovery process is a lot longer than I hoped it would be.
Oh, so it didn't hurt so much, but it took longer to get back to normal?
Yes.
Well, you look fine, so
Thank you.
it's behind you. Matthew Chang, you're a senior, and you took part in an overnight hackathon, and I thought maybe you were arrested for that, but it turns out there are different applications of the word hack.
Yeah, so basically, all the teams have about 24 hours to build any app they wish.
What did you build?
We built an app that uses crowdsourcing to facilitate grocery shopping.
Fantastic. I hope to use it someday. Deo Joshi, you are a freshman, and you take private chess lessons, right?
Yes.
I asked if your teacher was a grandmaster. You said no, but he's pretty good. Have you beat him yet?
No.
How long do you think it'll take before you beat him?
A year or two.
I think that's a good goal, too. 1 or 2 years, you'll be beating the master. Good luck to you there, and good luck to both your teams, and good luck to Mountain View to get on the board. Here's your next toss-up question. Daniel Defoe created an English-Brazilian planter. Yes, Heidi Hero.
Robinson Crusoe?
Correct. For 25 points, Robinson Crusoe saves this man from cannibals and refers to him by what day of the week on which he was rescued?
Friday?
Right. For 50 points, the novel may have been inspired by the experience of which Scottish sailor who was marooned on a Chilean island in 1704?
Selkirk?
You got it for 50 points. And you have the humility and decency to pretend like you're not sure. Good for you. Here's your next toss-up question. This man served as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court until his death in 2005. Heidi Hero.
Rehnquist?
Yes. For 25 points, William Rehnquist was in the same Stanford Law School class as which first woman appointed to the Supreme Court?
O'Connor? O'Connor?
Right. And for 50 points, Rehnquist succeeded which Chief Justice who served during Roe versus Wade?
I'm thinking Berger. Berger?
Warren Earl Berger is right for 50 points. Your next toss-up. Name these female rulers of England. That's going to be the topic here. For her persecutions of Protestants, which daughter of Henry VIII? Heidi Hero.
Mary the First.
That is right. For 25 points, which daughter of James II was England's last Stuart queen?
Anne? Yeah. Anne?
That is right. And for 50 points, which daughter of Henry I was an empress by virtue of her marriage to Holy Roman Emperor Henry V, but lost the succession war for the English throne to Stephen of Blois?
I think Matilda? Sure. Matilda?
Empress Matilda is right for 50 points. It is the Heidi Hero anti-show. Here's his next toss-up question. Up and down are two of its 6 flavors. Heidi Hero.
Quarks?
Yes. For 25 points, protons are made of how many quarks?
3. 3. Yeah, 3.
That is right. For 50 points, in extreme conditions, quarks can become deconfined and combined with which exchange particles of the strong force to form a plasma?
W? W?
Oh, Heidi Hero.
What?
It's not?
Tut, tut, tut. It's gluons.
Oh, gluons. Oh,
right.
Good Lord.
Good.
The spell is broken, Mountain View. Here we go. Next toss-up. It's where you go to visit Poland's Ujuzdał Castle. What city is the capital of Poland? Heidi Hero?
Warsaw.
Yes. For 25 points, Jagiellonian University is in which second most populous Polish city?
I think Krakow, maybe?
Krakow.
Krakow?
Sure. And for 50 points, the Solidarity movement that overthrew communism was founded in the shipyards of which city where the Vistula enters the Baltic Sea?
Gdansk. Gdansk?
You got 50 points. 400 to zip. Here's the next toss-up. It was the epic fail seen around the world. 4 out of 5 Sochi snowflakes successfully morphed into what symbols? Kevin?
The Olympic rings?
Yes, for 10 points. For 25 points, and Heidi Hero cannot answer, the 2012 London opening ceremony created the illusion that which 86-year-old parachuted into the Olympic Stadium alongside James Bond?
Elizabeth II?
That is right, Queen Elizabeth. And for 50 points, which country expelled Swedish diplomats after a Swedish firm dropped parachuting dead teddy bears with a message challenging its autocratic president, Alexander Lukashenko?
I don't know.
And your answer?
No answer.
It was the Republic of Belarus. That is the end of the round. 25 for Mountain View, 400 for Menlo. We'll be back to see if Mountain View can come up from behind. Don't go away. Welcome back. Let's give a big hand to coaches from both teams. First from Menlo School, Mr. Richard Steinberg. And from Mountain View, Miss Sarah Macway. Thank you so much, coaches, for all you do. All right, Mountain View, you're 25 points behind by 375 points. So we have added up the scores, and your questions will be worth 75 points. You need 5 correct answers to take over the lead. You probably want to get all 7 right, and now all you have to do is pick the category that will allow you to do that. Today's categories are first lines, 3 of 7, and U.S. presidents. Which category do you want?
3 of 7.
3 of 7, all right. Okay, there are groups of 7, famous groups of 7. Name these groups of 7 if I give you 3 of their members, okay? Tell me what the group is, I give you 3 of the members. Good luck. Lust, gluttony, and greed.
The sins. Deadly sins.
The 7 deadly sins is right. Asia, Australia, and Europe.
Continents.
Correct. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the Colossus of Rhodes, and the Temple of Artemis.
Yeah. Wonders, ancient wonders.
That is right. Sleepy, Happy, and Doc.
It's 7 dwarfs. 7 dwarfs. Snow White and the 7 dwarfs.
That is right, the 7 dwarfs. Maya, Electra, and Merope.
7 Mesoamerican societies.
No, it's the Pleiades, the 7 sisters. We call them the Pleiades. Alan Shepard, Gus Grissom, and Wally Schirra.
No answer.
These were astronauts, the Mercury 7 or the original 7 to go out in space. You must get this last question correct in order to stay in the game. Capitoline, Palatine, and Aventine.
7 hills. 7 hills of Rome.
You got it. You got it. And it shows you that you are tied. Tied. So all you need to do, Menlo, is get 1 correct answer, and you will win the game. Would you like first lines or U.S. presidents?
First lines. First lines.
First lines, all right. Name the novel that begins with this line. Scarlett O'Hara was not beautiful.
So Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind.
You win the game. I love this category. Congratulations, Menlo. Good playing, Mountain View, and we'll see you all next week with more teams and more Quiz Kids. Bye-bye.